Rolling. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Alexander here, head instructor of Tate Karate. God, I hate saying that. It sounds like I'm trying to rhyme it. Tate Karate. Tate style. Karate. Toru no Sume. School of Martial Arts. Today I wanted to talk about the self-defense philosophy of Tate. Okay? And it starts at a very basic formula. Okay, so say you're responding to some sort of attack. Let's call it a physical attack. I mean, there are ways you can go about it philosophically before physical attack comes, but or the ways that the ideas can be applied before physical attack comes. But I just want to stick to physical attacks at this point, right? And at some point, I'd like to follow up with demonstration with a partner, right? So somebody gives you a physical attack. Let's say somebody's going to punch you in the face, right? You're standing there and you've broken all the laws of stupid, right? You've gone somewhere stupid at a stupid time with somebody stupid, and stupid things are going on and you're being stupid, right? So you've broken all the laws of stupid and your self-defense has failed, and now you're left to going hands-on, right? So what do you do in that situation, right? Now, in Tate, we say, step one, right? I want to move off the X or move to intercept, right? So punch is coming, I'm either backing away or getting off to the side of said attack, or I'm stepping forward into it to jam it, to intercept, okay? That's step one. Now that can happen time and time again, right? I can just keep moving around, getting off that X, or I can move to intercept, deflect, move to intercept, deflect every time blows are coming. But you know, nobody ever really want to fight by just running away. Forget I said that, right? I've got some ideas of some people that have won fights from just running away. So you move off the X or you move to intercept. Step number two is you have to bridge with your opponent, right? So I have to get some physical contact with my opponent, whether that's body to body or laying a hand on them, right? I have to start getting more information, especially when my adrenaline goes way up and my vision, you know, gets into like that little tunnel, right? Move in, lay some hands on my opponent, get in contact with my opponent, so I start getting more kinetic information from them, right? I mean, it's kind of a more convoluted, not convoluted, what's the word I'm searching for? I guess that's the word I'm gonna use, right? More kinesthetic, is that the word I'm searching for? Anyway, forgot what I was talking about. So I'm going to lay my hands on my opponent, right, to start getting some of that information, all right? Now I'm going to have to strike my opponent, okay? So, and this is when we start attacking some of the vitals, right? I want the biggest bang for my buck, right? So I'm going to punch them, kick them, elbow them, knee them, what have you, right? I need to start putting some hurt on my opponent. Excuse me, start adding some love to my opponent, right? And with that, we're going to use the hard to soft, soft to hard philosophy. If I'm hitting them in the head, I'm using something soft, right? Because the head is hard, and something moving around is you know, hard to pinpoint, right? So I'm going to use something soft to affect that, and then I'm going to use something hard, i.e. my knuckles, into something soft, right? So this goes into the body and this goes into the head, right? We're going to keep it nice and simple. After I do that, I'm going to start to compromise a joint, okay? This is in an attempt to get better control over my opponent, right? So I'm going to trap a limb, I'm going to lock a joint, I'm going to get some sort of lock or hold, and whatever I do to facilitate that is depending on the situation. Body lock might happen, overhook might happen, a headlock might happen, right? We'll just see what position I'm in at what time and how my opponent responds to me laying hands and trying to pop, right? After I've done that, then I want to put my opponent down on the ground. I want to stay standing. I want to put them down on the deck, right? So that's when I apply some sort of throwing or takedown technique, right? So a reap, a sweep, hip toss, shoulder throw, some sort of leg hook, trip, what have you, right? After that, right? After they're down, that's when we end the engagement, okay? And that's everything from disengaging, you put them down and you're backing away, right? Like every self-defense, you and then you back away with your hands up, right? Because we're aware of everything's on camera these days. All the way up to a devastating ending blow, right? Coup de grace, bang, put them to sleep, right? So disengaging, immobilization, some sort of submission, some sort of crippling blow, some sort of knockout blow, etc., are all to end the engagement. So that should be guidelines, not hard, fast rules, and it should be sliding scale because at any point you can bounce around inside that. Okay, so I move to intercept, and instead of laying hands on my opponent, I just go right for my teme, right for my strike, and I hit them, and then they just go unconscious. I hit a good crucial point or hit a good knockout point, and they go unconscious, right? So I didn't have to compromise the joint. I didn't have to do my takedown. I didn't have to do my finish. I skipped right to the end, right? That'd be a beautiful thing. Or, which, if you watch YouTube, you see people fall down all the time, right? I get off the X, they go stumbling, and then I make a hasty retreat, or I advance in a negative direction. There we go. So I'm moving off the X, right? Or moving to intercept. I'm gonna bridge with my opponent, right? I'm gonna I'm gonna strike my opponent. I'm gonna compromise the joint. I'm gonna throw my opponent to the ground, and then finally I'm gonna end the engagement, right? So to follow up with that, next time I will have a partner, and then I'm going to go through some of the scenarios so you can get a visualization of what I'm talking about. All right, peace.